Hi Andrea, I'm a mom of two and I have a full-time job. I studied English for 5 years until my life's responsibilities became more urgent priorities. I still need English to advance in my career, but I'm not confident in my pronunciation. What can I do?
That's what Vera, a member of the Real Life English community, recently shared with me when I asked what was something that prevented her from advancing to the next level in her English skills. And I think that's the same situation that a lot of you find yourselves in. You probably aren't able to devote English as much time as you'd like, and like Vera in the comment, you feel that pronunciation is holding you back or even killing your fluency. If you only had 10 minutes a day to practice your pronunciation at home alone, what would you do? Life's busy, I get it, but it's still possible for you to create your own learning and practice that will help you cultivate the skill, build the confidence, and unlock your best voice in English. In this lesson, I'll share with you 5 tips that will help you develop the mindset, perception, and tools to dramatically improve your pronunciation and listening skill. Express yourself more confidently and better understand and connect across cultures in English. Because here at Real Life English, we guide you beyond the classroom to understand anyone, be understood, and connect to the world. Just like David, who not only improved his listening skills with our channel, but also passed an oral exam with our help. So click that subscribe button and bell down below now so that you can continue learning with us. Let's jump right in. Tip number 1, stop cringing at your own voice. Cringe might be a new word for you, but it describes the exact feeling many of you have when you listen to a recording of your own voice. And the reason I'm saying this is because in order to find your best voice in English, you first need to get comfortable with your own voice and accept how you sound. And this is going to be your best friend for you to practice your pronunciation at home, because you can use your phone to record yourself and then study, notice, and give yourself feedback. After I share tip number 2, you will record yourself imitating these 6 sentences that contain 90% of the subtle features that make up connected speech and the pronunciation that they don't teach you at school. Tip number 2, find your model English speaker. It could be me, it could be Ethan, an actor, or it could be a fluent, more experienced English learner. Keep in mind that whoever you choose, they should be someone who has the pronunciation style that you aspire to have, because you'll imitate their pronunciation. For now, we're going to give you 2 different samples of native pronunciation. I'll say these 6 sentences myself, and then Ethan will pronounce them. You're free to choose, or maybe you want to even play around with your pronunciation and imitate both of us. That's okay, just keep in mind that we have different accents. This is exactly what you're going to do. We'll play the audio of these utterances and then we'll give you a few seconds to mimic, then we'll play the same sample for you to check. You need to record the whole thing. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. What did you want to know? What did you want to know? Love him or hate him? Love him or hate him? A lot of people use the internet. A lot of people use the internet. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Nice to meet ya. Nice to meet ya. What did you want to know? What did you want to know? Love him or hate him. Love him or hate him. A lot of people use the internet. A lot of people use the internet. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. What do you mean? What do you mean?
If you're having fun, make sure you like this video and also don't forget to share it with a friend who could benefit from it too. Tip number 3, become aware of your vocal articulation. When you become familiar with your oral musculature, you're going to be much better equipped to teach yourself how to make certain sounds. There are no sounds in the English language that you can't make. The challenge lies in figuring out how to engage your oral musculature so you can do it exactly as the model English speaker you've chosen. Here are some fundamental concepts for you to start becoming more aware of your vocal articulation. Sounds in English break up into 2 broad groups, vowels and consonants. Nothing new, right? The difference between the two is that vowels are pronounced with no interruption of the airflow coming from your lungs, whereas consonants are articulated through partially blocking the air that comes from your lungs as it goes out through your mouth. When I say the A sound in cat, my tongue is flat in my mouth, disengaged. Ah, ah. But if I say the L sound, my tongue is raised up towards the roof of my mouth and it blocks the airstream, which then finds its way out the mouth through the lateral of my mouth. L, L, L. When you make a vowel sound, your lips take one of 3 shapes. Rounded when I make an oo when I say moon, spread when I make the E sound as in mean, and neutral when I make the schwa sound as in the. Back to consonants, these are made by engaging one of your vocal articulators, your tongue, lips, your alveolar ridge, teeth, etc. You don't need to pass an exam on human anatomy, but it helps that you simply are aware of what happens inside your mouth while you make sounds, as this will help you visualize, understand, and then make new sounds. Tip number 4, connect it to IPA. IPA stands for International Phonetic Alphabet, and it's quite a handy tool to have, especially because of the fact that English pronunciation is so tricky. IPA helps you to make sense of the sound spelling discrepancy that exists in English. There are 26 letters in the English alphabet, but there are over 45 sounds. There's an IPA symbol for each of these different sounds. When you become familiar with them, you reach a deeper level of awareness and resourcefulness to make sounds. Take this IPA symbol, for example. This sound occurs in a variety of different spellings. As in bus, as in month, double O as in blood, as in country, and as in enough. Now take this vowel sequence. It can sound as U as in should, U as in group, and or as in for. For an untrained and inexperienced English learner, this might sound very confusing, but you'll be amazed with the clarity that you'll get once you start to get familiar with IPA symbols. Tip number 5, get feedback. Most learners can self-teach many sounds when they get to a more advanced level of pronunciation understanding, which you do when you practice more, become more aware of your vocal articulators, and become more familiarized with IPA. Those are basically the tips I've shared in this lesson so far. This is why recording yourself is so important. Once you do, you can listen back and evaluate your own pronunciation. Ask yourself, in what way was my pronunciation different from that of my model English speaker? Most times, I'd say maybe 80 to 90% of the time, you can diagnose the areas of your speech you need to work on more. For the other 20 or 10% of the time in which you simply can't figure out what the difficulty is, that's when getting feedback from a teacher that's qualified to teach advanced pronunciation can give you valuable feedback. That's exactly what you can get if you sign up for the Fluent with Friends course. In it, you'll find our very own deep pronunciation training course where we teach you the art and science of how natives cut, connect, and eat their words, and also provide you the feedback about your own pronunciation. The Fluent with Friends course also comes with a bonus IPA course. So you can try that right now for free by clicking up here or the link down in the description below, and we'll send 3 mini lessons straight to your email. So little by little, with only 10 minutes a day, you can start implementing this into an action plan. You'll find a model English speaker, me, Ethan, or whoever, then you'll start recording yourself. As you do this, reflect on your articulation of the sounds and on how you're engaging your articulators to make the sounds, the tongue, the lips, the teeth, etc. Become more familiar with IPA. There are endless amounts of resources online which you can quickly find by searching the term IPA for English learners. When you listen back to your recordings, it's critical that you give yourself feedback. And if you can, get feedback from a pronunciation teacher. Congratulations to you for making it this far in this video. It shows you're committed to improving your pronunciation. Ethan and I recently made a video on the differences between American and British vowel sounds. This lesson is going to help you understand IPA more and also to become more aware of how to produce these essential sounds for your English speaking. Another common vowel change is the open ah sound in British English to an air in American English. This ah is the same in both variants in words like cat and map, but when the spelling is A-double-R, it is air in American English. So I say carry and Ethan says
Carry.
embarrassed,
Embarrassed.
narrow,
Narrow.
parrot,
Parrot.
carrot.
Carrot.
In British English, I pronounce the name of this character as Harry, which is not the same as hairy, which means a person with a lot of hair. However, American English speakers say these two words the same. Again, I say Harry, hairy. Ethan says
Harry. Harry.